You can do the clap. That was a clap.
That was it.
Sound
you can do the intro, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting week and episode of Mic'd Up with your boy, Daniel, a.k.a. Smitty, and your boy, Michelangelo. You're going to get your name, like Mike.
It's Michelangelo.
Angelo Mike, Mikey Mike, Little Mike,
left
Big
my cards
Mike.
over here, and they're getting bended, and you put them in their little
thing. They're getting bended, and I'm over here not touching them? Wow.
Yeah, you're still the problem.
Right. Toxic. Anyway, welcome to another exciting episode. Should we just get into it, or
let's get right into it?
Get right
into it, man.
All right.
I'll let you lead today. You have some good topics.
I do have some good topics. Let's start with because I'm off of I'm off the entertainment movie high. Let's start with the Oscars.
There you go. That's a good lead. I was going to stop you if you chose anything else. There's a way to do these topics.
Yeah. So the Oscars. I don't know if you guys have heard, but the Academy just broke news, which is kind of crazy.
It's crazy because it's kind of like something that, it's really like a news that if you don't know anybody that's actually part of the Academy and haven't really been there, then you're just gonna sit there and go like, I thought this was a prerequisite.
Yeah, no, it's common sense, but as they say, common sense isn't really that common. So for the people that don't know, the Academy Awards just announced that now every member of the Academy, for what movie or category they're voting on, they have to watch the projects.
Yeah, so for the category that they're voting for any member of the Academy of the Academy now, for each category that they're voting for, they have to watch every single
nomination. Yes,
nomination
in that category.
Which, you know what though? I wonder actually, does this go as far back as submissions? Because then that gets really tricky. Because nominations is 6, submissions are about 200.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's watching 200 submissions. I think
somebody's got to do it.
I think it's probably there's like levels to like the board of people
on the Academy. Votes. I bet you they're gonna tier it up. They're gonna do like the lower tiers and like the newer people. Like you guys watch all the submissions, make the votes and submissions, and then when we get to like movie of the year and these 6 movies are up for the running, then that's when like Steven Spielberg has to watch all 6 of them or something like that.
If he's voting, yeah. That would make sense. Also,
if you're voting for that category.
I think, and they're always adding categories. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to double check. But I think they added another category.
They are going to keep adding category. I know they're going to add social media category soon, too.
They're adding a social media one, you said? What best content?
Best short form content. Original short form content. They'll probably add it to because there is short form films.
Mic'd Up, getting the Academy Award 2026. Facts. Holla at your boy. I think they added or they're going to add a stuntman category.
They already have that.
No.
Best stuntman? Huh? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen them have that.
That's what I'm saying. They have not, but I've been seeing people talk about it. Let me see.
A stuntman is pretty good. If you're a stuntman, you deserve an award. I mean, have you ever seen like the behind the scenes? Like this is the guy. Ooh, man, that'd be crazy though, because you know what? Then what's old boy from Mission Impossible?
Tom Cruise.
He'll be up for best actor, but best stuntman also. Have you ever seen the videos of him doing his stunts?
Yeah. Oh, see? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science is adding a new category for achievement in stunt design, starting with the 100th Academy Awards in 2028.
Stunt design or stuntman? See, I think they already have a stuntman. I think that's stunt design.
This award will recognize the innovative work of stunt designers, coordinators, performers, and choreographers.
That's not for the stuntman. That's not the actor. That's the coordinator. No. Sometimes the coordinators and the choreographers and the designers. Those are like, I mean, that's like Tia in fashion. They're putting together like, okay, you punch right, you dodge left, you go left. Yeah, they're coordinating. Those guys aren't the stuntmen. They're not the ones taking the hits. There's already a stuntman one. Yeah, that one, yes. I think there is already a stuntman award.
Well, if there is, they haven't.
Now they're just rewarding the people that are putting the stunt scene together entirely. That's a whole other job right there. Now, then that's not to say, though, that same guy doing that isn't the stuntman also at the same time. So he might be able to get 2 awards now.
Yeah, true. But let me see. They might have. Let me see.
Double check.
Bubbles
is crying. Bubbles, stop crying. She always wants to be on this show. She's just such a crybaby. She sits at the door and just cries. Like, nobody loves this dog. But yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Like, I mean, Tom Cruise. Back to what I was saying. Tom Cruise. Some of his clips. If you ever seen the clips, man, I wish I'd had the thing to connect it to play it right now, right here for you guys. We're gonna start doing that soon. But yeah, his clips, man, him hanging off a freeway, hanging off the plane, jumping off the plane, jumping from the air balloon. And the crazy thing is he does these things. As soon as they say action, he's run and go and he makes it happen and he does these things, and like the directors and the producers just sit there and like grit their teeth and just pray for the best.
I mean, I'm sure it's in his contract clause, and he's been doing this for over 20 plus years. The guy, once I seen him literally hanging on a plane, taking off, and like, yeah, he's strapped and harnessed as much as you can.
No, there's some too. Also, he's on some where he was like, literally was like, nah, the harness is making this harder, and just takes it on the stuck guy's like, yo. But so with that category now, Tom Cruise would actually win that person.
Well, that's what there was a meme going around.
Not Tom Cruise won't win it, but the guy will win it.
Yeah,
I mean,
unless
the
Tom
guy doesn't coordinate it.
Tom Cruise might coordinate his own stunts at this point.
No, he's not coordinating his own stuff. There's a lot.
I think the guy just might be there.
No, I found a guy on Instagram today by accident, and his thing is like all about props and movie props, and he's like showcasing things or how certain movies did things. And yeah, like he's putting together like, okay, well, if this guy's hanging from a thing, I need him strapped like this, like those. You know, those guys. There's you still have somebody who has the knowledge of health and safety and your medical well-being.
You have someone to put the blame on if shit hits the fan. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But
didn't old boy shoot somebody in the face?
Oh yeah, R.I.P. He shot the camera lady. I forgot.
No, he shot a co-actor.
No,
it was a loaded gun.
No, it was the lady behind. It was I forgot the professional name of the lady.
Not the prop manager.
No, she was behind the film. She was the one that got shot. She was the camera lady behind.
Oh, he shot the camera because he's shooting towards the gun?
Exactly.
Towards the camera? Oh.
So she
by the way, the prop lady was a sicko to just hand them a loaded gun.
Well, that's an ongoing investigation, last I heard, but that you're never supposed to have any type of loaded weapons, bullets, anything.
No, they're not. Most of them they're not even real. Some of them are just really flabby. I'm surprised they even had something as real that could even hold a real weapon, to be honest, to hold a real bullet, to be honest.
Yeah, there's literally, that's why it's such a big thing. There are literally protocols and things that you go through before it even gets to the set and in the actor's hand. One of the Baldwin brothers. I think
Alec Baldwin. Yeah, it was Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, and that's just probably a real tough.
I mean, it's probably tough because they're definitely trying to get him for murder, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was murder technically. Did
the lady die?
Yeah. She died on the set. Like,
damn, so they got
shot her in the chest.
So then they got to pay her whole family out too, and
yeah, man. But
insurance is only gonna give her about $10,000 because his insurance is a scam.
That's a dark subway we just went from. R.I.P. By the way, to
yes, R.I.P.
that lady. But yeah, that was, yeah, man. So like, that guy's not getting an Academy Award. Whoever was the stunt person coordinator on that, because
that guy might never work again.
That might be in jail. That guy might get life. I think that. I think
that's what they put the murder thing on for sure. I would. If I was a judge, I'd be like, well, I'm not going to blame Baldwin. I'm going to blame the guy who handed him a loaded gun.
That was Baldwin's set. That was an independent type of thing, and he was an executive producer.
So he hired everybody. He signed off everything. Oof.
So it comes back to him.
It's getting touchy.
Yeah. So that's why it's such a big thing. Like if I get hired and I'm on set and they give me a gun, okay, we're gonna pow, and wait, did that really go off? I can kind of have, plausible.
I mean, it's plausible clause because you signed off on it. But all right, well, going back to it, so everybody has to watch now every single movie in the category that they're planning to vote for, which I think would actually make winning an Academy Award that much more harder now, because if you're a person that's voting, you're not just going to vote down the entire list of things. Now you're only going to vote for exactly what you watched and what you're interested in. You're not going to vote for everything else.
It'll make a true winner. I think it'll make a true winner.
But also, at the end of the day, too, sometimes, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they announced this because of all the memes that were happening last year, where you saw the memes that they were talking about, like, oh, here comes the Academy Awards again, about to see a movie win a bunch of awards that I never heard of. It's a movie I never heard or seen is about to win a bunch of awards, or see a bunch of movies up for awards that nobody's ever heard of. Like, so I think that's what really made them go, like, okay, so now, you know, these movies aren't getting the recognition publicly that they deserve, that they think they deserve. So
I'll be honest with you. I love movies. I'm a movie watcher, movie
I love movies. I go to movies by myself.
I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, that's shout out to you. That's dope. I do that too. It's awesome. But I can't remember the last movie I watched that won the like best picture movie that I knew.
I can, and the only reason I watched it is because my director X took me to watch it in Toronto, and he were there, and we were supposed to be going out, and he was like, well, "We gotta watch this movie, though. You need to see this movie. I want to see it. It's gonna be
Brokeback Mountain."
That's crazy.
It wasn't Brokeback Mountain. They won for like best picture, I think.
No. I'm gonna let that one slide.
Just gonna let it slide in. All right, what are you watching? What was it?
Everything, everywhere.
Wait, how many? That movie. How old is that movie?
That was like 3 years old. Not that.
Really? I feel like it was like a year or two. That's crazy.
3 years old. Yeah, that one won. That one won Best Picture, and I'm not gonna lie, that one deserved it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, but that one Best Picture, that one like actor, that one like
it swept. I think it won like 8 awards.
That won a lot of stuff.
That one,
I have to watch that. I definitely have to watch that. I've been wanting to watch it. I didn't know. I feel like it was like a year or two. That's crazy. Time flies.
Yeah, no, it was a good amount of time ago. I think right after COVID. I think probably 2021, 2022. It was a year before Will Smith.
Oh, before the slap heard around the world.
So that one for sure. And then
about 3 years, yeah.
And then like the movie that won this year, I mean, I never heard of it. Apparently, it was already in theaters. It was already out. And I went to go watch a trailer. It looked great. I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I might put it on tonight while I edit this footage.
Do you even know the name of it?
No, but it's the movie about the hooker that falls in love with a drug dealer that isn't a drug dealer. I don't know. But that's the one that won. I looked it up. I saw it. It made me want to watch it. So I'm not going to say that it doesn't deserve an award because I saw a trailer and it actually made me want to watch it.
And you haven't seen it, so you can't vote on it.
Yes. So I can't believe that it won also because nobody even knew about it. So now I can see why, like I said, it's gonna make it more unique in who wins and really help. Maybe see some things that actually deserve awards, win awards, and not just pay to play.
Yeah, well, also, movies have kind of lost their spark or their funk of getting people to watch and go out, you know. No, there's so much more content, too, and then it's like, hasn't a movie that's only been a Netflix movie ever been nominated for an award or even won?
I want to say nominated, yes. Mm-hmm. I also want to say that Academy Awards just started accepting those like a year or two ago.
But that's my point. It's still a film. It's a feature.
Film. It is a film. It is a film. It is a feature. No, it's not a feature.
Why would it not be a feature?
Well, I mean, I think that was their whole push for not allowing these movies that just go straight to streaming service because it's not a feature because there was no what is it featuring? There isn't a release date. There isn't a there wasn't premiere for it. There wasn't no feature. There wasn't no actual like
marketing. PR time.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they're saying you didn't pay to play, but at the end of the day, it's like there's no celebration of it. It just wasn't traditional.
But that goes back to my point of the Academy Award. That's why I feel like the films have lost their like spark, their drive to get people to go out.
I think films and appreciation for films have definitely lost their thing with the streaming service because now people don't really. There's very outside of the Marvel and the Avengers. There's not that many films that people are actually invested in. Or excited, but more so invested. Mm-hmm. You know, saying like people aren't really invested and aren't attaching themselves. Now it's kind of. I want to say like probably at least I don't want to overshoot it or undershoot it, so I'm just gonna keep it at like 50% because I don't really know the numbers, but I want to say 50% of people watching movies nowadays are really watching it just to kill time. the same way they do social media.
I can see that.
They're just binging. It's easier. Before, you used to just slap stuff on the TV and just let the TV play in the background. Now people are just slapping things on Netflix and letting it play in the background and still on the phone at the same time. And they're just binging stuff and just killing time. Maybe they have a day off. They're just have it on the TV all day and they call it a day.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we really are with appreciation of the movies. And I think that's where,
the Academy.
That's where some movies are like, I'm going straight to theaters because I want people to appreciate movies, to actually appreciate it.
Come sit down and
watch it. Like that's why I go to movies by myself. I like to go to disconnect.
Yeah.
I go to the movie theater, I disconnect, I get my super buttery popcorn, my little cheat day meal, and then I call it a day, But other than that, like if I put something on the TV, I'm not really gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I don't have a movie night at my house. I put it on TV as something to have in the background, like music. So
I get it, but I think that's what I was saying. I think that's why the Academy has lost so many viewings. It's boring. It's not, capturing people's audience because it's technically now a show.
Okay, so look, films produced and streamed and distributed by Netflix have won 23 Oscars in 13 categories and 150 nominations so far, not including 17 nominations for its original movies in 2025. So it has its nominations. It has it.
So this must have been recent then, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
within the last
recent.
3 to 5 years, probably.
Definitely. I think it was after COVID.
Probably.
It was after COVID. For before COVID, they weren't doing. They did. They even during COVID. They had that movie with Keenan Peele, or what's his name?
Jordan Peele or Michael Keegan.
Michael Keegan.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the movie and he's kind of like playing like the Will Smith version of the character. It was a movie about making a movie during COVID. Did you remember that movie?
Oh, that sounds super familiar.
It was a movie about, I don't remember what the name of the movie. You guys comment, let us know. But so it's a movie about making a movie during COVID, and they're like in the bubble. And he's like the Will Smith version, and I guess it's going straight to Netflix. And it's going straight to Netflix. It's a Netflix movie, and there's a scene in there where he's like just frustrated about it because his co-star is a TikTok star that has no acting credit, no nothing. They're like, he's like, why is she on the movie? She has 150 million followers. He's like, what the hell? He's like, none of this makes sense. What do you mean it's not going to theaters? I guess he's like halfway through the movie and didn't read the contracts, and he's like, none of this makes sense. One, why is my co-star not an actor? Just because she has so many followers, that doesn't make sense. She's dancing all the time. She won't stop dancing. Two, what do you mean this isn't going to theaters? I became a movie star to be in movie theaters. How am I a movie star if it's not a movie and it doesn't go in theaters? That doesn't make sense to me. And then he also said, I can't even win an Oscar for this. Nice. And I still don't have an Oscar. And he made a whole joke about it. So I'm pretty sure after COVID, they started like accepting these movies.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix got a lot of people through COVID. So I'm sure that's
where the boom was.
Yeah.
So that was their second boom, at least. They had the first one. But moving on to our next topic is, I'll let you say it.
Well, let's stay in the film thing. Movie of the week, I guess, that just came out. Sinners.
Movie of the week, which might be movie of the year, maybe.
So far, at least.
So far, it's really good. It's getting great numbers.
Great numbers.
Great. It's resonating great with everybody. I went to Coachella Neon Festival. They had a whole activation for it. They were giving you fake fangs.
Oh, dope.
Chrome fangs, like he has. I guess he has chrome fangs. Or
yeah, I mean, spoiler alert. Giving you guys, if you want to time it out right here, fast forward.
But he has like gross style fangs, right?
Yeah. So
because they were giving them to people at Neon Carnival for free. They were and then I didn't know what Sinners was. I had to look it up, and I said, "Oh, that's because what's crazy." I saw Mike doing all the promo for it, but I didn't see. I didn't know what it was. Like I didn't really see a movie promotion. I just saw, oh, he's got a movie coming out.
Yeah. But
apparently, it's really good.
It is. I seen it,
and it's gaining multiple headlines.
And it's just gonna keep going and going. It's basically PR marketing itself because of how good of a movie it was. Right. And like I was telling you, the best thing about it is it's not just a black movie. It's not just a
movie about slavery or a movie about the black times.
Yeah, no, it's
not a one cultural dimension.
Oh man, there's
type of movie.
So many cultural shout outs, appreciation. What do you call it?
Reference,
but when you're promoting a culture, you're
Culture vulture? No.
No, not culture. No, when you're showing support to it from
It's
another
reference,
culture.
You're referencing.
Referencing, there's a lot of them. Yeah.
I get it.
There's a word I'm looking for, but yeah. There's a lot of different cultures involved in that. Yes, honoring a lot of different cultures mixed in, and it's beautifully done at the time of it when, it's such a, the world knows this time period of American and blacks and whites, but there's so much more deep level messaging behind it. There's Native Americans represented in it, blacks, whites, Asians, and like even the slavery of like land stealing and things of that nature was not just from here in America, but like hundreds and thousands of years ago. And there's the message about, the music, there's religion, spiritual messaging, and it's all done in a respectful way. I don't feel like there's any disrespect or like, oh, this is my point of view. It's just we've known.
It's from an unbiased point of view. It's not from like, not to say nothing, out of pocket or nothing, but not from like a black director's point of view. It's from just a director's point of view.
Exactly.
It's completely, okay, I see what you're saying. That sounds interesting. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't speak too much on it. But what I have seen is the shakeup it's been doing in the industry, which has been going crazy because it's the first deal of its kind. Mm-hmm. And if it's in retrospect, it's kind of like the newest music deals that are also shaking up the industry. He's essentially retaining his masters of a film, which has never been heard of, especially in the film industry, which has a SAG and has a union. In music, you could, there's been workaways with the internet and everything. There's been a lot of workaways around keeping your masters and keeping 100% ownership. But in film, if you want proper protection, you have to unionize, be with SAG, and whether or not Writers Guild, whether or not you're a writer, director, producer, there's a guild for you that's going to protect you and correlate with the studio. So the deal that they made, I mean, I know other I've read topics where other studio execs were calling Warner Brothers idiots for starting that and actually like allowing it to happen. But you know what's also crazy though? The same exact deal. We'll hear what the deal is. Do you know the deal? Let's see. You know the deal off the top of your head or no?
No, not with all the details of it. But it's like you said, it's never been done before in the history of a director directing a film. Hold on.
Oh, there goes all your color.
There we go. That's a wild thing to say. There we go.
That's right. Let's see. Hold on. I want to actually lay it out.
Okay.
So I'm laying it out. Cut a deal. Okay. So, the headline of this one is Ryan Coogler cut a deal so good that Hollywood's in crisis, which is crazy, right? Before the first preview even rolled out and everything, the deal was already crazy. The rest of Hollywood freaked out. What exactly is the deal though? It's this article. I'm not trying to go through all that. Let's see, deal. Pinpoints. I'm trying to see the deal. Sorry, guys. Oh, here you go. All right, so his questions of ownership. So, he owns his so sinners in that film. So, what I'm thinking of now, again, I'm talking from a like unbiased, not being in the room with this deal. But so Ryan Coogler's deal with Warner Brothers, in which he retains the rights to the film in 25 years, has been a source for much conversation. So, from when I read the deal, he keeps the rights to his film after 25 years. He has the right to. He owns his intellectual property of the film because it's an original film that he wrote, an original storyline, an original universe that he created. He owns the rights to be able to. He owns the right to be able to produce sequels. So basically, in retrospect, in a simpler method, basically, he created Creed the studios helped him promote it and launch Creed, but he owns Creed and has the right to continue making Creed, which that type of right is crazy because typically if you make one Creed, which makes so much money, right? If you have the money and you make a second Creed, you can go toe to toe with the studios now. You have the money. I mean, every time you make the movie, you're gonna be putting all chips on the table. Like, okay, well, Creed 2 is gonna be made. Let me put you're gonna have to close out, take mortgage loans, and it's gonna be $100 million no matter what.
Right.
And I'm sure, like, he's making he probably makes $100 million off of the first Sinners. But you're just making $100 million. Like, it's not like these studios have billions of dollars to risk, trillions of dollars to risk. They've been in the industry for hundreds of years.
They are the industry.
Yeah, they are the industry, so they can do it. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty great. I would say, from my point of view as a businessman and in the industry, I want to say that he brought Sinners to the studio. Studio gave him another movie because he is on I think the first look there, and he is on a continuation deal, which means if they're not filming the movies, they want him on the movie. He probably owes them a certain amount of movies that he's got to film. And I think he just was like, I want to film this movie. And they were like, we don't believe in it. And he was like, cool, I'll put up my own money. Because they did say he put up his own money. His production company co-funded the movie with the studio. And then, but he probably told him, he was like, look, I'll put up my own money. You guys do this with me because I need your guys' backing. You're the machine. I need the machine. But if it's successful, but in retrospect, win or lose, I want to retain everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to take all the risk, and,
He bet on himself.
And
he won.
Yeah, and I think the studios were just like, all right, cool, this movie's not going to do good.
Right.
Because realistically, there is a stipend where, like, these super, like, the black casted movies and the black culture movies really typically don't do too well. They say that in Universal, like, these one race movies, and they probably looked at it and said, okay, this isn't gonna do well.
It's a black movie.
It's a black movie. He's not gonna do well. Yeah. He probably didn't have Michael. He probably conned them and didn't have Mike
attached to it.
Yeah, he, of course. I mean, if they were dumb, they didn't think that was gonna happen.
Right.
But he probably came with it. Said, "Look, I'm gonna just do it at this budget. My main character is gonna be paid this much." Boom, Mike's the main character.
Yep, and they work well together, and that's his boy. So he probably came through. So I love it. Let's do it. They're talking about it now. Like, this was a personal movie to Ryan Coogler, and this was like a love letter to his, I think it was his uncle, is what he said. And his uncle was a blues player and, like, loved music and introduced him to it. And so it was a very personal, like, close, heartfelt message movie. And the way he directed it and performed it, and the way he, like, showcased it with so many different aspects of, like, horror, suspense, love, passion, comedy. Like, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
I will say there is the problem that Kanye West ran into, which at the end of the day, like, these are like 100-year industries and 100-year companies you're up against.
Yep.
In 25 years, he retains full ownership of this. So it's kind of like, wait, did they say something about Quentin Tarantino? Let's see.
He probably somehow did something
Quentin
like that.
Tarantino started it. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Quentin Tarantino did it. A lot of people do the same deal, but I guess, I mean, he's the first black director to ever do it. So but like, Quentin Tarantino made a similar deal with Sony, in which he gets the rights for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood back in 20 years. So getting the rights for it, I will say, in hindsight, 2020, and Kanye West did this with music and sadly did not work out. Is you can get the rights back. That's like, in retrospect, that's like you getting the rights for John Q right now, right? That's like if they were like, hey, Daniel, like, tell you what, we'll give you the rights for John Q right now for your entire life savings, right? Like, you can, or for whatever case, for a price, and you're like, all right, I'll do it, right?
Right.
But do you know how to get John? Like, I just took a flight not that long ago. John Q's now back on Delta. It's on the flight. Like, do you know how to get that?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to, like, revamp an entire marketing thing? Do you know how to like get it back in AMC again? Like they're gonna
That's
like
what the machine is for. But if you
that's
know,
I mean, well, I will say this though. I will say that I will bank, and I'm pretty sure Quentin Tarantino and Ryan Coogler thought the same thing. Mm-hmm. I will bank on the future in 25 years based on how fast everything is changing right now. Mm-hmm. Then not getting this deal and not having it, because like you don't know, like for example, like right now, like 10 years ago, there's no way to distribute your own on your own film. Right now, there is a way. Yeah. You can distribute your own film. You can't get on Netflix. You have to still take that meeting for Netflix. Yeah. But Amazon, Tubi, well, Hulu did, but they just got bought out by Disney, so they don't offer it no more. Mm-hmm. But even internationally, there are ways to self-distribute the way you can self-distribute music. Mm-hmm. So that's that's there now. So you never know in 20, 25 years what opportunities arise, where these studios will be. Like, I think like if you like we talked about this in other episodes, if you look at the Drake and the Kendrick situation, like in Drake and how he's leveraging the situation, like we're kind of watching the fall of the music machine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's to go with like, with artists like Russ. Yeah. And artists like, and Spotify says it, like the CEO was just on a podcast when Snoop Dogg called him out, said, "This is crazy. My song got 1 billion views, 1 billion streams, and I got $40,000 as a residual check for it. What joke is this? Spotify's a joke." Like that's just how much he made from Spotify, which of course, Spotify and Apple Music, I would tell you personally as a musician, the payout difference is completely. Please, if you want to support any of your artists that are independent, stream their stuff on Apple Music. It's a huge payout difference. But also with the experience I went through with D-Malo, Spotify is in bed with these labels. Yeah. Spotify has these deals, and the CEO alone, he went out there and he said, he was like, well, I mean, that goes down to the contract and the deal he has with the label. You know what I'm saying? That goes down with the contract and the deals and the label and who collects the money from that song, and then they're the one that pay him the $40,000. That has nothing to do with us. But we have to pay everybody else before the artist gets paid when you have a certain deal. And like I said, we talked about this before, D-Malo got taken down from Spotify after it damn near almost hit 1 million streams in 1 week. And that's the only person that really gave me a hard time off a contract that was already done and over with and a deal that's already done. I had all the rights to release that song. So they made it hard for me. So that's why I'm thinking in 20, 25 years, I think they're like, hey, we gonna bank on it,
I mean, you see it right now. We're living in the transition phase of like, a lot of people are just getting hot and famous, or just a lot of people are appreciating, indie is like the big thing now. Yep. That's like the hot thing. Oh, you're independent. You can do it yourself. Beat the machine, the man. You can do this. You're making music. You're making content. You're making something that we can all see and enjoy. And if you like it, then yeah, bet on yourself. This is the time to bet on yourself. There's a lot of change, a lot of stuff. We want something new. We want something different, and this could be it. So,
well, yeah. There's also the freedom that comes with independence too. Yeah, there's a freedom. There's you kind of ripping away the industry standard. I was just thinking about this the other day when my agent asked me to do new headshots, which I was posting them. You guys, want to like them and stuff.
I liked them.
Yeah, but my agent asked me to do more headshots for her, and I was just thinking about my hair. And I'm like, could you just imagine when you started acting and stuff, like you constantly kept your hair at a respectable level. Yeah. So that way you were always able to be booked, camera ready. But not even like camera ready, just character ready would be the best way to put it too, because like, I mean, how many characters could you play with an afro? Right? But like, how many characters could you play with a nice clean buzz cut? You can play the dad, the mom, not the mom, the dad, the brother, the other stuff. So I was thinking about that with my hair, and then now I'm also thinking like, now's the day, like, it's not that really like It might be, maybe, but like not really. They don't really. I don't know. I mean, at least for me, I was just like, they're going to have to take my headshots with my long hair.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They like it. They like it.
Yeah.
They'll always ask you. You're willing to cut it.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but like before, it used to be so much more of a stress behind it. I don't think people are stressing behind it. Like I think
No, we're in the carefree era right now. Mm-hmm. We're back in the hippie.
Rules do not.
We're back in the carefree. Let's vibe it out, catch a vibe. We want real, honest. We're tired of seeing the perfect this, that. Like, let's be real. We're in the realness right now. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so shout out Sinners. Good movie so far if you haven't seen it.
Oh, did you see what Ben Stiller said?
About?
Ben Stiller, Sinners, there you go. He's trending right now too. He snapped at Variety.
Oh, Ben Stiller's been repping for the culture lately.
Yeah,
he's been going crazy.
So he snaps on Twitter at Variety because what Variety does is they kind of downplay. First off, Sinners got 97%, 10 out of 10.
It was killing it.
Everything is like booming.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Ben Stiller, what he does is, I guess Variety tweets out, Sinners has amassed 61 million in global debuts. It's a great result for an original R-rated horror film, yet the Warner Brothers release has a 90 million price tag before global marketing expense, so profitability remains way away. Which this is as passive aggressive as it gets.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful.
Yes.
Ben Stiller retweets it and comments, in what universe does a 60 million... Yeah.
Just to start off, in what universe is
First off, when a white man goes, in what universe?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. He used to do the really, you pissed him off.
Oh, all right. We're doing this, huh?
Yeah.
All right. In what universe?
Yes. That he said, oh, my God. I have never been more disgusted. He was fed up. What was it? They have those memes where the guy says, you know what? Fine, or something like that. We're like, yeah, you've won that battle with the white guy. There's like the sayings.
Yeah.
So he started his tweet with, in what universe does a $60 million opening for an original studio movie warrant this headline? He used college words.
Yeah.
He was fed up with Variety.
He went angry white man on Variety. And that'll get some eyes and some heads turned. You got an angry, powerful white man.
Which, by the way, first off,
that is a great point, though.
It's a great point because you could only hope that you make 25% of your investment back on opening weekend. Right. Nobody's making 100% on opening weekend.
No,
these people made they made 61 million. That is 66% of their investment back on just the first weekend.
Right.
That's not to mention there's still a whole other month, streaming service, everything.
Yeah. Yes.
They were literally trying to downplay this movie.
Yeah. They were literally trying to stick a fork in them. And but that goes back to art speaking for itself. If you put quality out, it cannot help but do what it needs to do. It's going to be put in the right place, right people going to see it. It's going to be passed around. It's going to be what it's going to do. That's incredible.
Let's see, watch. Just to give you hindsight, right? The Avengers movie, huge. Made
which one?
The Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah,
the movie on its opening weekend made $350 million. Right. All right. Avengers Endgame budget $356 million.
Right.
So they still lost $6 million on their opening weekend. Now, of course, this is the Avengers we're talking about.
Right.
And yes, they made all their profit in the front. But the Avengers, these people made only 40% less of what the Avengers, which 40% is amazing.
There was actually, I forgot, there was a critic that said it was an Avenger-like opening. It was an Avenger-like type experience for this movie, Sinners. And I was like, damn, they used Avengers, so must be good. But that makes sense, though. They're going to kill it in the box. They're going to make their money back plus tenfold. And
so to undermine it was really crazy.
It was disrespectful. Yes. It was disrespectful. But nothing that we aren't used to because, I mean, and I ain't saying that, but maybe a studio paid a little something to, you know, hey.
Hey, this is getting too much love.
Yeah, let's see if we can slow the pace down. But no, when you...
Look at Avatar. Avatar 2 cost $460 million to make.
460, that's $500 million almost.
Yes, okay. Box office opening weekend.
I'm gonna say 100 and something million, 200 maybe.
134 million domestically.
Ugh, fucking bombs.
441 million global altogether. So altogether they made 441 million.
Barely made their money.
They barely made the money.
Yes. Step it
Overall, the movie has already made 2.2 million. So yeah, I don't care. Yes, I don't think any other movie, unless it has Avatar, Endgame, or nothing, is making 100% of its profit.
No,
more than I don't believe more than 50% of its profit. What's a movie you like that you recently watched? I want to look up. Let's look up something that's not like super legendary.
Let's see, like in movie theaters.
Yeah.
Let me see.
How about Despicable Me?
What?
Yeah. Despicable Me 4 budget.
Well, yeah, they made 4 of them, so they must be doing something, right?
It cost $100 million for Despicable Me 4.
Okay. What did it do opening weekend?
Opening weekend, 75 million. Same as like 75%.
It cost how much?
100 million.
Oh, that's pretty
So
good.
opening weekend they made 75 million. No, it's on the same metrics as Sinners.
Yeah.
Sinners is 90 million, 66 million.
Yeah.
That's damn near 75%.
Did they say something bad about Despicable Me?
No, they didn't. Let's see, 91 times 66, 60%, 91, yeah.
Let's see what movies.
Sinners is $2 million away from being 75%.
Yeah.
Cover budget. Yeah. Basically what Despicable Me did. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Just off of that alone.
I know.
So why is that headlight even a thing?
It's
haters love to hate, don't they?
Listen, man. He bet on himself. He won. They said, whoa. But listen, at the end of the day, shout out to Michael B. Shout out to Ryan Coogler. Following your dreams, man. Doing it big. Setting the tone for the next gen,
and doing
next
the thing,
people.
and not only setting the tone, which I'm really big in, especially being from mixed cultures in my life, I mean around so many things. Not only setting tone, but not limiting yourself.
Yeah,
that's a big thing. He literally saw Quentin Tarantino do this and said, "Why not me?"
Yeah, and now someone else is going to see it and go, "Why not me?"
Mm-hmm.
Keep it going, keep pushing.
And I've loved the story since Fruitvale.
Yeah.
I loved all that since Fruitvale. I mean, I didn't even get to meet Mike until after I think we met him after Fruitvale, right? I don't know, 2010. When did Fruitvale come out?
Let's see. Fruitvale Station.
I'm not 100% sure timeline wise because I didn't really understand.
Came out in 2013.
Okay, yeah. So we met Mike like right around the time when he first started booming.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that was Ryan Coogler's director debut.
No, that was his acting debut. They teamed up together and they said from here on out we're gonna do this in Hollywood. They got a good connection. Stopped. That's the best part with a true partner, man. You know, you need a partner in every avenue, no matter what.
Yeah, and
they made it happen, man. And those guys are doing it, and they're not stopping, right?
No,
if Mike books something, he wants Ryan to direct. If Ryan books something, he wants Mike to be in it. And that's been them since that first movie. They sat there together and they said, we're going to team up and we'll do this together.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This is true. Also, shout out to your day ones. Day ones to day end. So
yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. Hopefully you keep it going. Bigger, better things.
All right. Off to the next topic.
Why do women be lying? No, I'm just...
That is... I'm going to go ahead. Also, yes. I'm just kidding. It's a touchy subject for me.
Why do women be lying? Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Also, yes! I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, so glad. I have so much to get off my chest. I'm going to be single forever. I'm just going to...
Mary, I'm telling you right. Whoa, wait. Hey, man.
Nah, yeah, you can.
All right, so to turn over to, and no, we are not women haters. No, we do not women shame or nothing. But this is a topic that just came out today, or maybe yesterday, but it got the real like energy today. For those of you that may not know who Shannon Sharpe is, he's the.
We were talking about him last episode.
Yeah, we were, but we'll just quick recap. He was a former NFL player, played for a couple of teams, Baltimore Ravens.
Broncos, apparently.
Some terrible team.
That's crazy.
In orange. Anyway.
I'm mad that he was the Broncos.
I think he won a Super Bowl with you guys.
Probably a bet, but I don't like the guy. So
wow. Yeah, because it's Corey. But anyway, so I'm sure Corey's gonna have a good time with this.
Corey's on the podcast right now. I wish I could. I'm supposed to be doing this podcast once D-Miller goes back out, so I can promote this shit. I wish I could be there right now because he's talking smack.
Well, shout out Corey. We'll definitely watch some clips tonight or tomorrow whenever he shares it. Yeah, me too. But yeah, so Shannon Sharpe, former NFL player. He's an older guy now. Yeah, he has a podcast. Cat Williams is on there when he was like dropping all the news 2 years ago. Whatever.
Right, he reads 3,000 books in 1 year.
Yeah, that's that guy. So look him up, Google him if you don't know. Long story short, he just recently got accused of rape by this younger woman he was having consensual intercourse with, relations.
I think the lady's 20 years old too, right now.
Yeah, she's 21. Well, it started when she was like 19, so she might be like 21, 22. Yeah. But she's still young. He's almost 60.
Who filed for rape? Was it for who filed? Let's not even say this word because we're gonna get
Yeah, I was beep.
We'll get banned on YouTube for
sexual assault.
Who filed the case? We're just gonna keep it a case.
Case.
So there's a case, allegedly. We're not gonna pick sides or nothing, but
yeah.
Who filed the case? Was it her or her parents?
So what I've got so far in information is it was her. She had the same lawyer that tried to file a case against Jay-Z a couple of months ago, alleging all this stuff around the Diddy time.
I will say I was just talking to Clay, to my friend Clay about this, that in the industry, or actually anywhere in the world, actually anywhere in the U.S., once you get to a certain success, either entertainment-wise, industry, money-wise, there's like a handful of lawyers
waiting for you.
I mean, Corey calls them bottom feeders because he's dealing with something right now with one of them. But there's a handful of bottom feeders, and their job is just to make cases out of nothing because, in their mind, in retrospect, and the way they're thinking is that you're so rich and so busy. Instead of dealing with it, you're just gonna settle out of court.
Yeah,
you're just gonna cut a quick check. He makes his bullshit. He makes his little BS 40. He probably charges these people 50% commission because they're nobodies with no money. And he gives them, hey, if you had, I've heard these type of lawyers actually even like propose cases to women who have dated celebrities or athletes, and like I've heard horror stories where these lawyers reach out and they're like, hey, if you've ever like, did he put his hands on you? Do you now you're probably not having as luxurious a life as you were when you were dating him. Maybe you want to figure out how to get this life back. Maybe get some money. Is he still aiding you with your bills? He's required. Like they
bottom feeders, bro.
They winter them, they walk them down, manipulate them, and then probably charge like 50%. I have on my podcast, on Mic'd Up episode on the talk show with Ronnie 2K. Me and him both talked about like because he wanted to be a lawyer growing up too, and me and him both said the same thing. We were like, honestly, when you realize, like, really, like, there's a handful of lawyers that make money, and then the other ones that do make money are kind of like not doing the most like just and like
scam artists.
Yeah,
they're scam artists that took the bar,
and you're just destroying your name, and like, and people know you. Corey. Like, I think I'm not gonna say, but like people get lawsuits, and you're just like, you look at the lawyer and you look at their track record, you're just like, yeah, all right,
yeah, and that's how they make a living. That's how they. That's how you get rich. And then I'm glad that like people are like, and I get it. It's not even admittance of guilt, but people just as soon as you hear, oh, this person has a case
once
charged
you start
of
attaching
this or
crazy
that,
words like the R word and stuff like that, then it becomes the real.
It messes up with your lifestyle, your money, your finances. Yeah. Whether you're innocent or not, that word is now attached to you in a headline. What?
And then that's where the manipulation starts. It starts with how much you can drag the person through the mud.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first email they send out is, you want to put an end to this? It's going to cost you this much money.
And that's extortion.
And extortion. It's extortion. It's legal extortion, literally, off of whatever the case is. And I think Shannon Sharpe, I think he addressed it. I mean, this is a $50 million lawsuit.
And it was right after he got the $100 million contract.
Yeah, so that's, exactly.
That is, and we know the timing. And and he addressed it today, saying that we've been in talks with our rep, this and that, saying it was consensual. We got a proof, da-da-da. They're trying to extort
20-year-old consensual relationship with when... he was in a relationship with the woman in 20-year-old.
And it last stopped this year in January 2025.
Right. I think it was pretty funny. He kind of addressed it. He was like, okay, let's really talk about it. You want to talk about, there's a sex tape. Mm-hmm. You showed the sex.
Which he was not aware that was being recorded.
He was not aware it was being recorded, but he did own it because the way he delivered it, he said, you have the sex tape. You played it. You played a minute 30. That sex tape is 10 minutes long. Why don't you play the entire thing? Release it to the public for all I care.
Right.
He was like, if I had it, I'd release it.
Well, he basically almost released his own a couple of months ago.
But he was saying I'd release it because it would show how innocent and how consensual and how an agreement and how this was an honest to death relationship and nothing is in the wrong. He did not do nothing. So,
I mean, he released a couple of text messages too between them, and she was asking for some wild stuff. But I mean, that's what happens in a adult consensual relationship of what it is. It was crazy. I will read one where it was like she said something like, "I know you missed this," talking about her posterior. I know you missed this big $25K a cheek.
What?
I know you missed this, but 25K a cheek is what she said.
Wait, she was a prostitute?
How did it seem like with that?
So thing? he was in a man. Oh, I know Corey.
But she wasn't
having fun with this.
She wasn't.
I had a Corey joke come to my head. He was in a financial relationship.
Well, yeah, he's almost 60 years old. That's what they do. They pay for these.
They pay for stuff. They're not paying games no more. They're just gonna pay.
Yeah, but they're not paying that.
I mean, he's got that money with 25K a cheek, man. Enough. He probably like, yeah. You want some little spending money? Take. Damn. This is gonna be. Oh, we're good.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and then she had said something. I read another text message like, "You put that big black baby in me."
What? Did she say baby or you said her just
No. There's a text message that says they were talking about something. It's like it sounds, she comes across like she's just trying to get money, get a baby, whatever. It literally said, "You go to put a big black baby in me."
Oh, yeah. She probably want the check. I'm not gonna lie, and I've said it before.
I don't want to hear.
I'm not gonna say it actually. I'm not gonna say it.
Put that big black baby in me. Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I would say because some people were on Robert De Niro's head about having a baby at 80 years old. I'm like, if you're with a girl, I'd have a baby at 80. I don't care. But
you are a baby at 80.
That's a different. No, you're not. No, you're no. I mean, Robert De Niro is not a baby. That man's out there doing backflips off a boat. But that's just
off a boat backwards. You mean
that's just. No, have you seen it? It's pretty impressive. But that's just on a whole nother subject. But I will say, I looked up in this thing. The lawsuit states that after many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman for more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatened to brutally choke and violently slap her. Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and blank plaintiff, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. So they're saying she said no and no, and he didn't. Now, here's what I'm thinking. If I'm reading this, again, I don't want to choose sides, and I don't want to say he's right or in the wrong or whatever the case is, because, I think once stuff starts getting exposed, liars do get lying. Some guys do get out of control.
For sure.
Especially not everybody's innocent. Not everybody's innocent. I'm not going to say he is or isn't off the but it really sounds like they're just spinning words here, like brutally choked and violently slapped her, I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, choking and spanking is a kind of like, that's a sexual thing.
What's the next? Oh, man, yeah, so we're all adults here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and listen, between two consensual people, it can be intense or
get a
whatever
safe
the
word.
case is. Yeah, that's what safe words are for.
Yeah,
But
no pineapples.
No, pineapple's not my safe word. But yeah, it's a lot of tequila, but there's a lot of like different like factors that go into it. Again, I don't know. They've been going for like 2 years apparently of this relationship.
2 years.
So, you know.
That it turned controlling and abusive. Which this is what's crazy to me. I hate the legal system for this, but it's just like poor people don't go through this. I'm sorry, but like the regular people,
because they can't afford to. There's no gain in it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand. It's like there's a million people that go through toxic, abusive, real abusive, but sometimes just mentally toxic or just relationships get toxic. That's how they end.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get unhealthy or sometimes you let bygones be bygones. But regular people, people who aren't worth millions or aren't in the limelight, aren't celebrities, they don't go through this thing where this toxic relationship that happened at a younger age is now a lucrative form for somebody. Like, I think that's crazy. In 2 years, literally says here, like, you know, they were consensual and lasting nearly 2 years, but it turned controlling and abusive. What is controlling and abusive, right? But like, what if you're just with this girl for 2 years, dating her, you guys become a thing, you know, and all of a sudden you're just telling her like, hey, I don't want you sleeping with other people. All of a sudden you're controlling and abusive because you're worth millions. Like, I don't get it. But I think something with this, when it comes to relationships.
For sure.
Well, I think when it comes to just relationships alone and the court system and child support and
it's rigged.
I think it's a very big money game, and
everything is money.
I definitely think it needs a restructuring. It needs revisiting, but yeah, that's I think that right there was a crazy situation.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'd shout out to him for handling it the way he is. I'm glad that
he's not backing down.
Right, and just giving her hush money and all that.
I mean, because he would look more greedy if he just, you know, trying to wipe it away.
But he's letting me know, like, hey, this was aggressive. I mean, aggressive. This was agreed upon. This was consensual. You're not about to shake me down and, like, bottom feed her. Don't feed him nothing.
Nah.
Don't feed him nothing.
All right, well, moving on to the next topic, which is Smitty's Corner.
Hold on.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. So, Smitty's Corner, Smitty Sports, Smitty's Topics, Smitty Things. The NBA playoffs has officially started, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you, it is off to a pretty lackluster start, I'd say. Except for the surprising first round, your Los Angeles Clippers against the Denver Nuggets.
Do not play me like this.
They are tied 1-1, and the series started in Denver. And the Clippers almost went up 2-0. They've been playing really well. Both games have been close. And your favorite player, Russell Westbrook, he has been clutch, let me tell you. He basically won game one for the Nuggets. He came down to stretch game two, had a pretty good game, but Kawhi Leonard, that boy's knee is healthy. That's sitting around all season actually worked. He scored like 30-something, almost 40 points in game two. And then like 24, 20.
Yeah, how many points?
Like almost 40. He had like 35 in game two.
Oh, all right. I'm not going to be mad at him with that.
Yeah. In game one, he had like 25. My problem with
Russell Westbrook has always been the fact that he's...
No, I said Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. Oh, yeah, no. You're talking about Kawhi Leonard. Yes.
Kawhi Leonard.
So Kawhi Leonard...
Got it. He's the truth for a while. Yeah.
He's the truth, but my problem with Kawhi Leonard is I don't think he cares anymore. I think he got his rings, he won his championship, and he just wants to play basketball and collect the check. I was just telling Clay about this, that I actually think he got all the limelight and all that pressure for being in the championship with the Spurs and the Toronto Raptors, that I think he's like self-sabotaging the Clippers.
Well, Clippers are self-sabotage. They do
I know,
that
but
themselves.
I really just think he's just like, I really don't want like have to be interviewed every game and worried, and I don't want the marketing. I don't want New Balance trying to release a shoe. I don't think he wants any of that. I mean, the guy, like, you gotta think about it. This guy opted in for the full, like, rest. They're like, well, you can rest this many games and play these many games. He's like, what's the maximum? This many. He's like, all right, I'll take it. Like,
I mean, he had a knee problem, but my man almost scored 40 the other night. So.
I bet on Underdog, actually, that he wasn't gonna do that, and he cooked my
Don't bet against your team, man. But the other team you hate, the other LA team, the Lakers.
I love the Lakers.
So they won tonight. The white boys. They won tonight. They tied the series 1-1. They lost the first game at home.
Yeah.
To Anthony Edwards. They had to. But they lost the first game at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. How many points did
Edwards have?
He didn't have like a crazy game. I think he had like 26, 25, but he had like 7, 8 assists. He almost had a triple-double first game. This game tonight, I don't think he played that great. They obviously lost. Neither team even got to 100, so it seemed like it was a defensive struggle. But yeah, your Clippers are doing well. They're going to be in a dogfight. That's looking like the best game, the best
speaking
series.
Of dog, let me just tell you, I was trying to get Stacy on the show. He didn't show up. Maybe we'll bring him on next.
Stacy, come out, man.
But he hit for $5,000 off of $5.
You just go put his business out there? That's crazy.
That's why he's supposed to be on here, because I wanted to talk about this on Underdog. We were talking about this betting and stuff, and this guy hit for $5,000 off of $5 doing the streaks. Now, I'm currently doing the streak myself with this playoffs. I bet the Giannis. So, you know what the streak is?
It's Giannis.
Giannis?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what streaks are? The streak is on Underdog?
No.
It's pretty cool. So, you bet like $1, $5, or $10.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't bet two players at once on your streak. So, like, I already choose Giannis, so I can't choose him again until my streak is over, right?
Oh, okay.
So, I chose Giannis, and I chose Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Both to have higher than the points that they projected. So, Giannis for 27.5, he had 32.
Mm-hmm.
Pascal, 14.5, he had 21 points. So, I got them both right. Now, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more right picks for the next 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I win $2,000 off of $5. I could have jumped out early with $10 today. Right. So my next pick is Steph Curry, higher than 25.5 points.
That's a good pick. It's
a good pick. No, Stacy, who just hit this, he gave me advice. He said, since you can't pick a player more than once, what you do is you save the good players for the last hurrah, for the last couple picks. Because I almost picked Luka for today's game.
Yeah, no. You would have hit.
I would have hit for sure. I mean,
save that.
That's the thing. I would have hit, but Luka also, saying like if I'm at number 8 and I need to pick one more player to go, where I can say, he's gonna get more at least, then
save him for last. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. Better chance.
But my odds are better.
Yeah. Shout out to Underdog, man. I didn't even know they could do the streaks. That's pretty dope.
No, you gotta get into it.
Yeah, I'll just be betting and putting my little money in.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So my Orlando Magic played tomorrow against Boston Celtics. We lost game 1, but we played good. Paolo Banchero is the truth. The Detroit Pistons.
Oh, I got him too. I bet him for have more points.
He will.
Yeah,
he's a scoring machine. Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks.
Yeah, I said they were going to make it. I said they were going to make it. Said it was going to be Knicks and Lakers. Remember?
All right. Well, both of them are 1-1, and they both have lost a home game to start their playoff series. So if they can get out of it, I think the Knicks will definitely beat Detroit. I think the Lakers kind of are going to be in a dogfight with Minnesota, but we'll see when we get to Minnesota. And it's looking like OKC is just demolishing the Memphis Grizzlies, but that's pretty much expected. Yeah, man. The West it looks like OKC is it looks like it's gonna pick up second round. Warriors and Rockets are playing. You know who Dylan Brooks is?
No.
He's the funny Canadian weird guy that was on the Memphis Grizzlies. That he's what we would call the light skinned Draymond. They don't like each other.
He's a problem.
Yeah, he's an annoying he's like that.
No, but
guy.
is he like swinging on you like Draymond? Draymond's a problem.
I don't think he's swung on anybody, but I think he would if he get. But he's an annoying guy. Like he's
the one that's getting swung on though. He's creating problems.
Him and Draymond have beef, and like they're playing in the first round, and they're going at it. It's good. It's only game 1, so they got game 2 tomorrow. Then they go back to. They at least got 4 games we know right now. So if they lose tomorrow or win tomorrow, we'll at least get 5.
Who's up right now? The Warriors.
Warriors. They beat them at home. They beat the Rockets at home. So
this is Draymond's last year, right? Probably.
Oh, I don't know. I like Draymond. He's entertaining. We'll see. But everybody wants to see the Lakers and Warriors at least in the second round. That's when it gets real good.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to see. But will we see it?
How many times have we seen it?
Yeah, but it's great.
No, maybe you see Lakers. Wait, who plays in the second round? Would it be Lakers Warriors?
I believe so.
Lakers Warriors. It wouldn't be no other option.
Warriors would be 3. Warriors are 7.
I can just look it up. NBA playoff brackets.
Lakers are 3. 1.
All right, here I got it right here. Yep, it would be either. It would no. Yeah, it would no. It wouldn't. It would either be Lakers against the Clippers
OKC?
or the Thunders. Wait, what? They're not playing against. This is the 2025. OKC and Thunders and Lakers and Clippers aren't playing. What the hell did I just pick?
You got me confused. I have no idea.
I got it now. Yes, it would be Nuggets or the Lakers.
Or Clippers or Lakers.
Yeah, or Clippers or Lakers, yep.
And then it would be the winner of the Warriors would play either the winner of Memphis and OKC?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I don't know, actually.
Hold on, let me see.
You can try to look. I'm looking up the same thing. This is like super. I think this is from the play-in bracket.
Okay, I got it. Whoever wins out of the Thunder and Grizzlies play the winner of the Clippers and Nuggets. And whoever wins out of the Lakers Timberwolves play the winner of the Rockets and Warriors. So yeah, second round is going to be Lakers.
So the Rockets are in.
Yeah, they're number 2.
Okay. That's what confused me here. That's why I stopped. I didn't know the Rockets were ready. So yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lakers.
So that could be
Lakers
second
Warriors
round.
is potential, and then Clippers and OKC is potential.
Or Nuggets and OKC is potential.
Clippers and OKC. We're still gonna root for LA's not LA.
Oh, you're right. Your favorite team. I forgot.
No. I mean, I'm just gonna support LA.
Yeah, no.
Over the Nuggets.
The Pacers are surprisingly up 2-0 on the Bucks, but I guess Damian Lillard isn't playing. He did play today,
Came
but
today
he's
and dropped 30.
He dropped 30?
Yeah, he dropped 30. Yeah. All right.
And they lost still? That's crazy.
Oh.
What happened?
Okay, I just bumped because I thought it might fall. I don't break it. All right, well, moving on to things that I buy. I didn't get the... Man, I'm trying to get these Team Rocket Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
For us to open up. It's the hottest thing. They only have the Japanese release for now. The English release is coming soon. I did get it, but I didn't get a chance to pick it up. But we'll have it next week. We'll open up a whole booster box.
Things that
Things that I buy is right here to close out the show. So we'll keep it very, very simple. I did bring some cool stuff. These are my Disney Labubus. This is actually a gift.
It's creepy as hell, man.
I'm not keeping this one. This one was creepy. These are cute. This one was... The Minnie Mouse and the Mickey Mouse out of these is not it. You gotta get all the other
these
ones.
demon eyes.
That's
Why are they so
Dell.
big? Where's Chip?
I gave them away in Mexico. Which I don't even want to talk about that story because I gave Chip
back
away.
To women
I gave
problems real quick.
No, Dell. That's Chip. I gave Dell away.
Yeah, Dell's with the red nose.
Yes. Oh, I put him on the show. Remember, you're the one that told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You separated them.
Well, I was hoping I opened up another box, hoping I'd get Chip because I gave away Dell. Those are the cutest ones, and then I got Pluto. This is Pluto, right? I'm tripping. Yeah. And then I got my boy Pluto.
Yeah, it's Pluto.
And he made it to Coachella weekend 1. He did it weekend 2. This thing's got to go.
These are just not. Why are they?
These are cute.
No,
this one is not. This is not cute. This is creepy. Not Labubu. This is very.
All these things are creepy. These are
100% authentic too. But this one looks fake. I'm not gonna lie. It's got like this weird big head. But Mickey Mouse looks just as bad. I haven't seen it in person, but in pictures, it looks just as bad. And I don't want the Mickey Mouse one at all.
Who makes these things? I know
Pop Mart, the same people from Labubu. So it's like the Labubu Disney version.
I know a Timu when
not Timu.
I know a Timu Beanie Baby when I see one.
That's crazy. And another thing I have finally I brought on is the Mezcal with Cinco de Mayo around the corner, guys. I will be making my appearance to a lot of our accounts in Los Angeles. So add me on Instagram, follow me around, and I'll buy you a shot. If you follow me and El Cristiano, you meet me at the bar on the weekend of Cinco de Mayo. If I'm DJing, performing, or just being there vibing with Daniel,
Smitty,
with Smitty, understand that if you come find me, I can name like Escuela Taqueria, Level 8, and next week's episode, since it's the week before Cinco de Mayo, we'll lay down all of them. But if you come find me, I will buy you a shot. But you must show me that you're following me and El Cristiano Tequila on social media, and I will buy you a shot at any of our accounts, wherever you find me. But this is our mezcal, and look how sexy this video is. I mean, look how sexy this bottle is. This is like a work of art. And it's got little scuffs on it because it was in my car, and this is actual ceramic. Oh, wow. And it's so good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not a mezcal drinker. It's real smoky.
This feels
and strong.
Feels fancy. Class Joven.
Class is Jovan.
100% of my goy.
So mezcal is actually made in a different part. It's still made out of agave, but it's the same way. I think it's, don't quote me, but I think it's there goes that camera.
Well, let's wrap this up.
And basically, they make it the same way wine. We're not going to worry about that. But we'll wrap it up. We lost our center camera. So till next week, we're already on the way closing. So that was right on time.
Perfect.
Till
next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys. Remember, every Thursday at 8 p.m., we're here.
Is it 7 or 8?
Every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We're actually going to run a subscription based giveaway on our Instagram.
Okay.
So that will be announced on Friday, and we'll announce the winner when we hit. You want to do 100 or just a big one for 1,000? What are you thinking?
I mean, we got right now, do you remember?
9 subscribers.
9? Let's do 50.
No, it's got to be like a good mark.
150.
100. It's either 100 and we give like a baby gift. 500 we give a good gift. 1,000 we give them like a Nintendo Switch.
We get 10. Y'all can have this.
You're not giving away chip.
This is Demon Dolls. You can give it 20 and you can have the Demon Mickey.
I'll do that, actually. Let's do that. So if we can get to 100 subscribers.
When we get to 100
subscribers, we'll pick 6 subscribers and give you guys a Labubu at 100. If we get to 500 subscribers, we'll give you guys something else. Maybe a Pokemon booster box. Yeah, Team Rocket Pokemon booster box.
There you go.
500 subscribers, we'll give it to one person. And we'll pick 10 people, we'll give you guys packs.
Just don't bend the cards.
And at 1,000 subscribers,
when we get there,
we'll give away a Nintendo Switch.
There you go. If it ever gets here.
What do you mean?
Terra 4, Chinese. Oh, anyway. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end.
So just stay tuned to our Instagram. Follow us, like us, subscribe us, and
be ready to get some prizes.
Get ready to get some prizes. The goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of May.
End of May. We got plenty of time. 30 plus days.
And go watch the new music video, Best of Man, that comes out on Friday.
Shout out.
All right, guys.
See you guys next week. Love, peace,
Deuces.
Hair grease.
Deuces.